friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing on with some summer decor content. We are going to be decorating my living room for summer. I am keeping it super simple, super neutral. In years past, I typically am drawn to like the blues and things like that and just like to incorporate that into my home in the summertime and pretty much all year round. But this year I decided I was going through some of my home decor from last year and I just wasn't a huge fan of the things that I used last year when it came to pillows and things like that. So instead of going out and buying new things and all of that, I decided to go ahead and just use what I have already. There were a couple of new pieces that I found to incorporate into my summer decorating for my living room, but they are super affordable. They are from places like Walmart, also some Hobby Lobby clearance finds, and I also ordered some greenery from Amazon as well. So I will be sure to point out all the things, all the prices, and anything that I can link in today's video, I will have linked down below in the description box. So be sure to check that out if you are interested in any of these pieces. But before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and show you a haul of the things that we're going to be using, and yeah, just go ahead and get this living room looking fresh and light for summer. Okay, one of the first things I want to show you guys, this is a newer piece. It is this tree right here. I ordered a faux ficus tree off of Amazon. This was super affordable. I believe this is the 6-foot tree and it was around $84, which in my opinion, I don't think that's bad for a faux tree. Sometimes you can find them for hundreds of dollars. So I did have an olive tree here, but I decided to remove that. We are actually in the middle of redoing our bedroom and I wanted to put the olive tree in there, but I still wanted to fill this space with something green and just give it a little more life here in this corner. We do have several just kind of random corners throughout our home that is kind of just hard to decorate, if I'm being honest. So I like to just keep it very simple and just place 1 or 2 items in the corner and just kind of spruce that up a little bit. So I did find this ficus tree. It is very realistic. The trunk is very realistic. The greenery on it is really pretty in my opinion. I really am pleased with this find. So this is a newer piece and I'm just going to be keeping the same clock here. This is a clearance find from Target, something that I've had for a couple of years now. I found it on clearance for like $9 a few years back, and it's just a staple there, so that will be staying there. A few other things we're going to be using is this little arrangement here that I made. So this brass kind of hammered looking vase was a antique store find a couple of weeks ago. I actually filmed the day that I went and purchased this, so I think this is around $6 or $8. Really good find. And then I just made a little arrangement here. So I took some Walmart hydrangeas. So these are another new piece this year. These are around $3.50 a stem, and in my opinion, they're very realistic. I feel like they're coming off a little brighter here on camera, but they're definitely more of a toned down, just like a white ivory-ish color. And then I have a thrifted plant here. It's just a little pick that I found at the thrift store a couple of years ago. This was like 50 cents, and I simply just placed it there in the center of the bundle, and it just kind of pulled them out a little bit to make it look a little more lifelike. But I really like this arrangement. I love the neutral tones and just how it looks. So like I said, I was trying to go with things that were very neutral, very natural looking, and that way I didn't have to change up a whole bunch. I just don't really like to do that. I like to do simple changes here and there, and this was something that definitely stood out to me and was very easy to put together and also very affordable. Another thing I'm going to be using are some book boxes. So I love these things. These are pieces that I found at Hobby Lobby a few weeks ago. They have these all year round. They're kind of in that middle section there, but whenever the tabletop decor is 50% off, these are very affordable. I think this box was around $6.50, but it's really neat. I love the design and the color on it, and it does look like an actual book. It has like the pages, like that effect. But what I like about it is it does open up. So I like to keep remotes in here. I will put this on our coffee table, and then to add a little bit more dimension and some texture, just a little more visual interest, I have this candle ring holder. And I love this because it does have the ring there. I just think that's a really classy and timeless look. And I'm just planning to kind of stack these two together on the coffee table. I have a tray there that I'm going to be using. You guys know I like to take trays and kind of just like ground things when it comes to decorating my coffee tables. Sometimes I like to do that on my dining room table, in my kitchen, things like that. But anyway, very affordable. This one was another thrifted piece. I want to say this was like $2, which I love because this is something that I can use all year round. Honestly, same as the book as well. If you go to Hobby Lobby and check these out, they come in all different colors and sizes. I have a larger one also that I'm going to be using in today's video. But nonetheless, these are really great pieces. And again, just something super simple that you can place together on your coffee table and make a little vignette with. So this is the tray that I was talking about. This is something that I thrifted a couple, gosh, probably a year or two ago at this point. This is actually a Pampered Chef tray, like a serving tray. I love it, especially for summer because it does have like this wicker, like rattan look, and it has the handles on it as well. This is a very like heavy duty tray, which I love, and it just has like a hard wooden back to it. So just something to kind of ground everything. So all those items I just showed you, I'm planning to style those on top of my coffee table. And I do love a lot of like darker, richer brown tones. We have dark floors. I have some darker furniture in here and whatnot. So I just like to tie all that together, but with adding this added texture and whatnot, I just think that this is really something that catches your eye and it's just really pretty. And especially when you have a little arrangement with some flowers on it, just really looks nice and just put together. And I have kids, so my kids like to completely cover our coffee table. We have an oversized coffee table and they like to put all their dinosaurs, all their toys on it all the time. So we can just simply pick this up, set it down on the fireplace mantle on the hearth here, and it's super easy to remove and put back at the end of the day. Another little arrangement that I put together, this is something that is super simple. So I have this distressed vase. This is also from Hobby Lobby. Whenever the tabletop decor is 50% off, these vases are around like $8. So they are very inexpensive, but I think they look just very pretty and just definitely add a lot of character and texture to a space. I love that all of these are actually pretty different. So whenever I found this in store, they had multiple of this vase, but they were all kind of different colors and just kind of mismatched like patterns. How this is kind of like a really splotchy look and just more like patinaed look, but I like that they're all a little bit different because they are you know, handmade. So anyway, I have those, and then just inside I have some very wispy looking greenery picks. So these are also originally from Hobby Lobby, but I ended up getting these secondhand. My mom was not using them for the season and she asked me if I wanted to use them, so I said yes. So there's another tip for you. If you have friends or family that you guys like to decorate and you like to switch things up a little bit, but you also don't want to spend a ton of money each season, see if your friends and family are in the mood to switch up some things. Maybe you guys can trade. Maybe you have something that they would like to use in their home for the season and kind of do that. Me and my mom do that pretty often. So this is something that I'm using from her this season, and I really like these pieces. They're just very lifelike and just very light too, because I love having large arrangements, just kind of like that less is more look, but I also don't want to bombard my rooms with a ton of greenery and just kind of make it look overwhelming. So adding little pieces like this that are a little bit lighter but still add that lifelike feel to a room is a really nice touch. So this is the other book box that I was talking about. This one is also from Hobby Lobby. Again, when these are half off, since this is the larger one, I believe these are around $12. And in my opinion, that's just such a good price. I love the pattern on here. The colors are beautiful. This one also comes in like a lighter gray and almost like a mauve color. This one's more of a charcoal and like a brownish rust, but they have two different styles of this. On the inside here, I just have a bunch of little remotes. We have remotes to our sconces and just different things like that in our room. So anyway, I just like to keep those in here. It's a very practical way to keep storage and also just a very decorative, pretty piece to style on a table and things like that. So love this piece. Another new piece I'm going to be using on top of our hall tree actually is this little piece of art from Hobby Lobby. This is more of a landscape, but instead of being like a painted kind of more like, I don't know, just kind of rustic worn painting, this one is more of a lifelike picture. So it's just a little like a alleyway there with some stairs, and it has some plants. I think this is so pretty, but I found this on clearance for $4.99. Okay, I just have a few more things I want to show you guys, and then we'll get to decorating this space. Everything else in this room is pretty much staying the same. So I have my black candlesticks that you guys can see back here. I have a couple sets of those that I'm going to be using in our room, and pretty much everything else is the same. So I do have some brown and ivory pillows that I've used in the past. Some of them are pillow covers, so I will be sure to link those down below for you guys. I also have some neutral throw blankets and things like that. So nothing too exciting, but I do think it completes the room. I love using pillows and blankets to kind of complete a space, make it feel very warm and welcoming. But as far as the decor goes, the next piece I have is this little wooden bowl. So it's really neat because it's kind of scalloped, so it kind of looks like a flower, which I really love. This one I'm planning to put on our console table. I am going to be putting a candle on the inside just to kind of elevate the space. But if you wanted like a catch-all tray for keys or your phone or anything like that. At the end of the day, just kind of throw everything in there, your wallet, stuff like that. This is a really good staple piece to just set on a table. Simply do that, and then you can have a grab and go little area that you need for whenever you leave the house. So I have this piece, and then two more items I want to show you guys. This next one here is actually a thrifted piece. So this was originally from Hearth and Hand, probably a few years back now, because I've had this for a couple of years, but I thrifted it. I thrifted it for $2, so I thought that was a really good price. Just a really cute little plant. I think this is some type of herb, but I'm not exactly sure. But it's just in this little terracotta pot, and it does look like it has real dirt in there, which I always love whenever it comes to finding plants, specifically when I'm thrifting them. I try to get them as most like realistic as I possibly can, and when I buy them at retail stores also. But when it comes to thrifting, I don't just want to buy any type of greenery, because you can find some pretty good greenery in thrift stores. You just gotta like keep an eye out and kind of sift through everything. But this was a really good find. I'm just going to be placing this on the opposite side of our fireplace mantle and just adding a little pop of green there. Okay, last but not least, this is probably one of my favorites. This vase I bought a while ago, but this is also from Hobby Lobby. Again, when they are half off, they are very affordable. This one is a little larger and definitely heavy. When it's half off, I believe it's around $17, something like that. Definitely less than 20, which for this size and the weight of this, I think that's a really good price. But the only thing with this whole situation that I have that is new are these picks, and I am obsessed with these picks. I think they are so pretty, very realistic. So I purchased mine from Amazon. They came in a 4-pack, I believe. Yes, they came in a 4-pack, and they were less than $20 for the 4-pack. But these are so pretty. They just have very lifelike greenery on there, and the stems are also very lifelike. But again, I love those large statement arrangements, and putting something together like this, it's just so satisfying to me. I love doing the less is more. So large things like this, and just placing it on a console table or just any little area in your home. You can even put this on the floor if you wanted to like put this on a little stool or riser or something like that. That would be really pretty. But I'm excited to use this in today's video and show you how I plan to style it. Now for the decorating portion. So I'm going to be showing you how I am styling this ficus tree. So I have it in a black wooden planter. This is something that I love about having faux trees and faux plants, is that you can give them a totally new look just by simply switching out the base. So that's what I did here. And then as far as the fireplace mantle goes, I'm simply taking that little herb planter that I've purchased while thrifting a couple years ago and placing it there for a little pop of color. And I really like that the terracotta kind of pops off of the brick. And then moving along to the hall tree, I'm going to be taking that clearance picture from Hobby Lobby, also layering in a few faux plants and some candlesticks. So this faux plant here came from Target last year. I'm pretty sure they still have that, so if you wanted to get your hands on it, I'm sure you can either find it online or in store. And then on the other side, I'm going to be taking some more black candlesticks with battery operated candles. These pieces came from Amazon, so I will have those linked down for you as well. And then to add a little more greenery, just to kind of tie it all in together, I'm taking a faux plant that is from the Hearth and Hand line last year and placing it in between the candles. As far as the coffee table goes, like I had mentioned before, I'm just going to be layering in some pieces. So I have that tray that is thrifted. I also have that hydrangea arrangement. The hydrangeas came from Walmart, like I had already said before, and also the vase was from an antique store. And then simply placing our remote in the book box. This is something that is super simple, but also keeps your remotes hidden if you don't like them just hanging out and about. Just a very easy way to make them look a little more stylish. And then as far as the console table goes, I'm keeping this very simple. This console table does have a couple shelves, but I don't like to put anything on there because it just looks too cluttered to me. And so for the top, I just like to keep it very simple. I have some thrifted books, another thrifted plant. I have the black candlesticks, but without the candles. I think it looks a little more sleek on this table. And then I'm going to be taking another large arrangement and placing it in front of the shiplap wall on the table. I love how the green and the vase just like pop from the shiplap. So pretty, and I love how the green overlaps those architectural pieces. I think it's just beautiful, very like garden-like. I don't know, I just really like how that looks, very earthy. But I am also going to be taking that wooden bowl and placing a candle on top of that too. The last little area I have is an entryway. This is coming from our back door. I just have a bench here. I'm going to be placing a pillow and some magazines, and I also have a little fern wreath hanging on there also. That is all for today's video. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy all things simple living, affordable decorating, and thrifting. If you are excited for summer, be sure to let me know down in the comments what you have planned this summer. We don't really have anything going on, just getting some things done around the house, enjoying the warmer weather. My oldest son starts kindergarten at the end of this summer, so it's very bittersweet to kind of just do whatever we want before routine, like a strict routine starts and whatnot, with going to school Monday through Friday and all of that. So we're just having a lot of fun around the house and just doing a lot of things with friends and family to enjoy this summer and just kind of soak it all up. So next up, I will be decorating my dining room. I also have a kitchen decorate with me, and I will also be doing a summer home tour as well. Be sure to check out my previous videos. I did a little bit of a refresh when it came to decorating for outdoor decor and things like that. I also just did a tour of our bedroom before the makeover. So we have lived in our house for quite some time now, several years, and we've never really touched the back half of our home. And I know you guys are interested in seeing that process and what all that looks like. So that video will be coming up very soon. But like I said, I did film a video of what our room looks like before we kind of refresh it and make it our own and how we really like for it to feel. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.